Hello again. These are ornamental peppers that I'm growing. I like to grow ornamental peppers each year. I think they look kind of neat. This one's called Joker and this one's called Paracho. Now, even though I wouldn't recommend it, I'm told that these are perfectly good to eat, but it's not going to happen around here anytime soon. I looked up the Paracho and apparently it's somewhere between 10 and 15,000 Scoville units hot, and that's way too much for me. So for now, I'll just look at them. Alright, let's go take a look at our regular peppers. Just over a month ago, a series of storms battered my pepper plants into oblivion, and I had to take off whatever fruit had set at the time and start again. Now here we are about a month later, and the pepper plants have recovered beyond expectation. A few weeks ago we got a nice spell of weather, allowing the soil to dry out, causing the plants to flower and set fruit again. Now since then we've been giving them a soak just once a week, and everything now appears to be back on track. This type is a yellow or red bell, one of the two, and over here we have a Romano type. I'd have to say that if you were to tell me a month ago that these plants would look like this now, I'd have said that you were away with the fairies, but here we are, and the gamble appears to be paying off. Sometimes when things aren't going right, you have to make some radical changes, but it's not always that easy to do. Trust me, it hurt having to hack these plants back, but it's amazing what a little bit of faith and a whole wodge of confidence can do. We've still got 2 months left in our pepper growing season, and I'm now really looking forward to the harvests. Now, I don't know about you, but right now I'm absolutely sick to death of zucchini or courgettes or whatever you want to call them. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sow some more. And I know that might sound stark raving bonkers, but I've thought it through and it does make sense. The zucchini plants have been producing for a couple of months now, and so far for us to perform well, but because the plants have worked so hard to produce the fruit, the plants are now starting to slow down a bit. Everyone has their own ideal size that they like their squash to be when they harvest it, and for most of us it's a small size. But if you leave a squash around the size of this one here on the plant whilst you pop down the shops, by the time you're back it's grown into the size of these ones here. And then if you were to go and grab a beer or something from the fridge, before you know it you've got yourself a caveman's club, and the next thing you're eating zucchini bread for a month. I've been growing my own strain of zucchini plant for a few years now. These ones do not come true at all, and in the past some of them have turned into huge marrows. I sent Woody some of these seeds and he has one growing for the single seed challenge. It looks like mine's going to be more of a round squash this year. This one here has blossom end rot, and it's just the same as you get on peppers and tomatoes. Now it could be a calcium deficiency, but this plant was set out early, so it's more likely to be the result of poor pollination. In fact, if we look around the other side here, we have a malformed fruit, which again is a sign of poor pollination. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sow some more now. I'm going to pull all of the regular zucchini plants that we have out now, and we'll use up whatever fruit we've got, and these should be ready by about the middle of September, and we might be about ready to try zucchini again by then too. And what we're going to have is some new plants producing new fruit all the way through the first frost, which in these parts is in early November. I've had to come inside. It's far too hot out there right now, and it's a lot cooler in here. Now, I was talking with Catherine Ivy up there in Alaska. Catherine runs a It's kind of a vlog style channel about operating a market garden in Alaska, and we were talking about her slug problem, or everybody's slug problem really. If you've got slugs, you've got slugs. And I was telling her that I used this plumber's earthing strap. I've been using this for a few years, and basically it's made of copper, and you make it into a circle and you put it around the plant. Now, I was on Amazon looking it up, and I found out that it appears to have gone up in price drastically. It's about $1 a foot now, and I remember it when it was about 20 cents a foot. But while I was on Amazon, I saw this, and this is copper foil tape, and they're selling it as a slug repellent. So, oh, okay, I'll give it a go. It was $14, and they sent me 3 rolls. One roll is a inch thick roll, and the other 2 are 1/4 inch. Now, these are 66 feet long each, which is about 200 feet of tape. That seems okay to me. So what I've done is I've took an old 1-gallon plant pot and cut it into strips, and I've put the foil, the adhesive foil, around the strips, and we can either put these directly over the plants, or I can break the tape, put it around the plant, and put the tape back on again. Now, with the remainder of this strip, what I'm thinking I could do with this is, the lettuce beds are kind of like pallet collars, and I've got 2 beds, so I can put this, just stick this right on the pallet collars, and hopefully that's going to help. I've got no idea whether or not it's going to work, but we're going to give it a go. I do have some brassicas right now that are being absolutely eaten up by the slugs, so let's go and put these on, and we'll keep a track on things. Now, the first thing to do with brassicas is to determine what it is that's eating the plants. Now, it could be caterpillars or it could be slugs. Now, I don't see any sign of caterpillars here at all, and I've only been in the bed now for just over a week. But what I do see is a potential haven for slugs, and I know that I've had slug problems in the past in this side yard here. There's so many places for them to hide. So I'm going to put these rings around them, and we'll keep an eye on them, and fingers crossed these are going to do the job. I've also made up these sticks that I've put the copper tape on, and I figure I can move these from bed to bed. Now, I know that some people use salt, some people use slug pellets, and some people use bear traps, and they all work, but I have a overhead watering system which comes on every night, and that pretty much renders those methods useless. So I'm going to give this one a go. Okay, let's go and put some tape on the lettuce bed. Okay, so that's got the copper tape on the 2 beds, and on this bed I've actually put a strip of tin foil too, to see if that helps. I have had some slug problems with these 2 lettuce beds this year, so what I'll do is I'll monitor the situation with this tape, and if I believe that there is any value to it, in a month or so's time I'll be sure to let you know. I guess what I could do is actually grab a slug and see if it wants to cross it. That'll be another day. Catherine was telling me about these metal slug fences that are popular in Europe, and from what I could see, it was a kind of rim that attached to the top of the bed. And first off, the snail does not like the feel of the metal when it touches it, and secondly, it doesn't like to make this turn here, or it finds it almost impossible to make this turn here. And apparently they're available in Europe and not in North America, but part of me wonders if we can't replicate it by just using a bit of weather flashing and maybe a bit of copper strip as well. I don't know. Anyway, right now I think it's time for a beer. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section below, and if you haven't subscribed, hit the button. Till next time, cheers.